I don't know if he's in fear of his life. He's gonna get fucking okay, the plot thickens. Okay.
I said it's just fascist behavior. Chud asked me to come on, and then I got to like Keenan, which
wait. And you just believed it because you think that all media made by people who vaguely live in like big cities in America is absolutely compromised. Let's go. We're tuning in. We're starting from the start, okay?
Going to take your audience.
We're starting on the start.
Queeman is willing to do what Chud won't. Be a complete bit of a shock to me, I'll admit. I'm not the only one.
Wait, did he just start?
Avoid no, he didn't bring up the Bobax thing, come to think of it. You can avoid the fact that you spilled on Bobax. We had everything on Bobax, and what a bad person. We didn't have to out him. You did it on purpose because your content suck. I mean, it wasn't enough for you. They probably wouldn't have found his stupid OnlyFans if it wasn't for you. That's a good reason not to trust you. Hey, let me tell you something.
Are we still talking about the Bobax stuff? Okay.
You want to say, how are you able to predict everything? Look at the way people you trust treat people you don't like. That's a really, really good indicator on what you're in store for. You know? And by the way, apparently, this game is a bit of a shock.
How did you not start off watching this? I know, okay, I'm going through it because I don't want to like, these are ethics around stream sniping, okay?
I'm not the only.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This Vincent Martin guy is in his chat. Oh, it's not looking good for Tommy if this is the kind of people he attracts. Brain damage meets water brain. Jesus Christ.
Only one that believes that you played stupid with Fast and Loose with
Royal Kittenhouse mention. Okay.
With Bobax. I'm like, oh, what? I don't know. What? 6 months go by. Nobody makes a video on him in his dress.
Is this from today? This is now.
Let me get this fixed real quick. Remember, he tried to do the same thing with Papa Gut, like he did to you. Yeah. Oh, did he do the definition game? I don't know. I heard I should really watch that, and I might do it.
Huh?
The whole Papa Gut thing. I'm looking forward to that.
What, the definition game? What are you talking about?
Everybody.
But if I were to
I don't want to acknowledge the morale donation, okay? Because I don't want to provoke more people to do that, okay?
Still, man. I did say in the conversation with Bobax, I don't want to.
Oh yeah, Ryle. This will absolutely get either deleted or privated or members only. So.
In the dress, and everyone made a big deal out of that. So maybe he assumed that Nick had said something about it. I don't know.
No.
I think it's a reach because I think I explicitly told Chud it was private.
It was private. Yeah. So I think Chud was probably, deliberately leaking it, to be honest.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Super big criticism.
There's some teeth to Tommy's criticism here. No?
Oh, in more ways than one, my White Knight friend. Yeah. So I'm not the only one that believes this. And by the way,
wait, really? Did you see? I totally just missed Tommy C and made both videos of this segment as if it was Deorio making the comments. I didn't even mention Tommy C in the title. Okay. I disavow the misinformation. It's a little bit funny, though, okay? I disavow the misinformation, though.
Hey, this guy's going to take your audience. 100%. You don't have to worry about Nick not shouting you out. You don't have to worry about Willie being nice to you. He's going to take your audience because Queeman is willing to do what Chud won't. Be a completely dishonest, dubious, right out in the open. Like, completely out in the open.
Huh?
Like, what did he say about me? I would never bend over backwards for my friends, like Tommy C does. Yeah, guilty. And he would rather suck. I think he'd do it either way. Then kiss Deorio's ass.
What? Queeman sucking? Queeman sucking? What? What is he saying?
200. I think he'd do it either way. Then kiss Deorio's ass for 200 viewers. I got to be honest with you. I think if I kissed Deorio's ass, I'd want a little more than 200 viewers. But hey, I mean, Jesus Christ. And by the way, Queeman, I've never been rated by Deorio. Not once. Only Chud. And that didn't do me all that much good at the end of the day. Now, did it? So,
well, no, I don't think you've been raided by Chud just once because I've disappointingly found myself raided into a Tommy C stream. But no, the one time that he raids into you, it just happens to be the fact that you were talking about how you're retiring and then going on and on about your financial problems. I'm the clip Federal Right posted. Okay.
But let's get to the heart of this thing.
You have.
Somebody link it to me.
Been rated by Nick?
Yeah, I think you have. Like he's like sent his viewers.
Our
a
times
link
are just so
after the
different,
stream
though.
for
Our
him.
times are so dramatically different.
think
If
there
I
have-
was
there have
rated, it
been
was
it.
a long time ago. You know, I didn't get the 5,000, 2,000, 3,000 Nick. But look,
No, you didn't.
Oh.
no,
But it
I
would
never
be
got.
like
I never got. I don't know if I got rated by him now, it'd be fucking awesome. But yeah, whatever. The other thing, and these are the list of things why I don't trust you. You know, list of things you didn't talk about. This was very important in the video, putting pressure on Turkey Tom for his association with DGG, knowing damn well Tommy was already moving away from it. He was in a tough
Well, no, I don't think it was. I think you're reading way too much. Way too much.
spot. He couldn't say anything about Destiny or throw him on the
Throw away.
bus
Okay.
until the story officially broke. To protect the victim, you guys are always pearl-clutching about. You know, that girl you really don't care about any more than I do? Yeah, that girl. Oh, well, Destiny, how could you do this? How could you record somebody without their consent? Must be rape. Yeah, that helps too.
Here we go. This one. What the fuck is this? Okay. Not that one. This one.
Something. Never apologized to Nick for my coverage, and I never fucking would unless I got something grossly wrong or did something that was obviously harmful to him personally. You know, like doxing or some shit like that. I would obviously like. Why would I ever fucking apologize for my coverage? I just imagine, is this what this Tommy retard's friendships are like? He goes around apologizing for his fucking coverage. Dude, fuck that. I just won't be fucking friends with people like that. Someone needs an apology for my coverage. Why the fuck would I like associate with someone like that as part of my business where I cover content online? I'm going to be friends with someone who starts demanding apologies and shit over my coverage or expects that from. You're fucking crazy. So I understand you live a pathetic, locked-in life where you're a slave to someone 25 years younger than you, desperately throating cock to hold on to 200 viewers. I'm not about that. Not about that personally. Really would rather just be out on my own irrelevant than fucking sucking cock for 200 viewers.
Okay. 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 So this is the clip that Tommy's referencing. Okay.
You know,
Why is Tommy watching the coverage about him? Why is Tommy watching the coverage about him? Oh, okay.
by the way, all the rape
He can
victims
quote it fucking verbatim. He quotes it verbatim.
consent. Must be rape. Yeah, that helps too. You know, oh, by the way, all the rape victims.
What? What are we talking about, rape?
That girl. Oh, well, actually broke. To protect the victim, you guys are always pearl-clutching about. You know, that girl you really don't care. It's very important in the video, putting pressure on Turkey Tom for his association with DGG.
Okay.
Knowing damn well Tommy was already moving away from it. He was in a tough spot. He couldn't say anything about Destiny or throw him under the bus until the story officially broke. To protect the victim, you guys are always pearl-clutching.
I don't think that was true. That was not true. Tommy's just incorrect about this. He's just incorrect about this, so far as I know. I don't think during the New Year's Eve stream that Turkey Tom knew about it and wanted to say nothing to protect the victim. Apparently, he'd been forewarned by Nick to say, hey, probably move away from Destiny, but he didn't explain why. And I don't know if Nick had totally put the pieces together.
Clutching about. You know, that girl you really don't care about any more than I do? Yeah, that girl. Oh, well, Destiny, how could you do this? How could you record somebody without their consent? Must be rape. Yeah, that helps too. You know, oh, by the way, all the rape victims would like to give you a big thank you. Oh, and pedo victims too. Because Queeman and Chud and the rest of these guys.
You actually don't need to interact with real people. Ever.
Thank you very much. All these guys have done those.
What the fuck is that dono alert? What the fuck is that dono alert?
You actually don't need to interact with real people. Ever.
Thank you very much.
That's gotta be clipped, Jim. Surely. That's gotta be clipped. Okay. Oh my god, he definitely doesn't live in your fucking brain though, dude. I mean, I think this looks worse for Tommy than Queeman.
All these guys have done those people no favors at all.
It's always hard to know the truth behind rat allegations, but his convenient overlooking of the explicit Boblax allegation was telling.
Yeah, of course.
The explicit Boblax allegation. Convenient... Wait, what?
6 months went by. 6 months. And keep in mind, I want you to keep in mind about the Boblax allegation. everybody thought enough was enough. It wasn't enough for Chud to be in the biggest stream of the year, a New Year's stream with Turkey Tom, a New Year's stream with Augie, a New Year's stream with that's golden. That's a big opportunity. And God, I guess he needed more content. He's probably God, I can't wait. I couldn't believe it took as long to leak as it did. He probably couldn't believe it. And then, it's a safe thing to leak because nobody likes bowbacks. So that's one of the things to avoid. The other thing was putting Turkey Tom under pressure. You knew damn well his situation, and you kept pressing him.
I don't think he did.
You can go back and watch it, and you can see you do it. Knowing damn well Turkey Tom couldn't run his mouth and had to keep the rouge up at Destiny, so he didn't get tipped off. That was the lousiest thing to do.
You're talking about Turkey Tom and his association with Destiny as if he's going to get fucking murdered. I understand it puts him in a little bit of like you're maybe touching a sore spot that you don't realize is quite as sore as it is. I don't know if he's in fear of his life. He's going to get fucking bah, bah, bah. Says one wrong word about Destiny outside of his car. A car pulls up in front of him. The door opens. Nobody stepped out. You look down, and there's Destiny there.
I can't believe you did that to me, Tom. I can't believe you betrayed me like that.
Fucking guns through. What is he angry about? It came out of left field. Watch the video. It's just that simple. Watch the video. Very, very simple.
Do you disagree that he's getting all these talking points from Deorio? I don't know. Because the way that I've heard, okay, is that from Nick that Tom didn't know everything on the New Year's on the New Year's stream. Okay, I'll wait for that to load.
Simple. But now I'm going to get into why I really can't stand this guy. And this is one small example that I bet you've run into before.
From what I'm aware, Nick had bits and pieces. So far as I'm aware, Tom had only had the kind of be careful about this, okay, something's going to go out, a kind of vague forewarning. I don't think they were trying to protect the victim. Thank you, Batman, for the 20 sec. Yeah. The thing is as well, the stuff that Chud was pushing on had nothing to do with the victim. Had nothing to do with Pixie. Nothing at all. The stuff that Chud was pushing on was, don't you think that it's a little bit kind of testy sometimes to criticize Destiny? It's a little bit of fucking like shit talking. Maybe you're kind of pressing him a little bit, but ultimately, right? What's the real harm? There isn't any.
I'll give you you see this all the time. He's talking out both sides of his mouth, saying something's good and bad in the same sentence. This is my personal favorite. Thanks, Willie Mack, because he reminded me of this.
Belief. But it's unquestionable. There was absolutely this, if you want to call it networking, that occurred.
And she told me, crazy how that works.
Oh, wait a minute. I got the wrong clip.
We've also got a couple of people in chat that you may want to hear out. So Yami Prism asked, why not just call Chud offline and talk it out?
We'll get to that. For all the all right, first, for those other two reasons, he's that dishonest. And then we'll get to that.
He's that dishonest.
And then another one was, Queeman has nothing to do with Bovie or Tom. What are you talking about?
I didn't bring up Queeman as far as I just brought up Queeman in the context of he agrees with me.
What? Agrees with you about what? Oh, that Chud did know. Chud did have an inkling. Okay.
Say that
about the Bow Black stuff.
I'm talking about Chud here.
Like, that's more what it seems like to me. Oh,
okay, bro. Okay, that's finished processing. Nice. No, the link's working now. It all comes together if you look at it through the lens of this all coming from Deorio. Tommy C isn't anything but the leaker. Aiden is inferring that Deorio was the one talking to Tommy C.
Like, that's more what it seems like to me. Oh, I know Aiden has some. What's going on behind the scenes, Aiden? You're in all these. You have all these.
Why can't you just tell us?
Anything that I could leak, which I won't leak because then nobody will tell me in private, you could just figure out by watching those.
Is it just,
Like, if
what, is
you're-
it just Willie and Tom
Oh,
crying
true.
in private group chats about the fact that Chud ranked them or what?
No, I don't talk to. I haven't spoken to Tom in a long time.
I
don't talk to-
guarantee you,
know-
Turkey Tom is not complaining about this, and I guarantee you, Turkey
Yeah,
Tom
yeah,
would
no,
know.
I
I think
didn't
Turkey
say-
Tom
no.
can handle this better.
But Aiden's saying it's obvious from what he's saying, so I'm just going by the
Well,
names
You have
that
to
he's
read
giving.
between the lines.
Here's
you
the
have to
thing.
ask yourself some of
No,
the
no,
claims
no.
Tommy's making. How could he possibly know them?
Yes, exactly. Exactly, yes. Where's Tommy getting this from?
Hmm.
Yes. Thank you.
And then you could figure out exactly what's going on here.
Just ask Nick.
I'm not saying it's anyone. I'm saying figure out by watching this.
That explains why I'm getting brought up. I don't know why I'm included, okay?
Okay. That does kind of oh, okay. I see what Ryle's saying now. Especially with what?
Too big for your boots.
Especially with what Aiden's saying.
Tom equals your drunk uncle. Reckons glued together with a tiny smidgen of fact.
That is so fucking true. Oh my god, that is a perfect fucking description. Thank you for the 5 New Zealand.
Queeman. We'll get to that too. How about that? I gained more respect for Queeman. If you want to know what Chud's thinking, just ask Queeman. Queeman just has the balls to say it. Queeman wants.
Oh my god, okay. I wonder if Tommy C, if this is true, okay? If this is true, that there is conversations going back and forth between Tommy C and Nick, and Tommy C is kind of leaking some of the things that Nick is saying in private. Does he think that the kind of relationship that Tommy C and Tommy have is very similar to the one that Queeman and Chud have? He's projecting? That's what I kind of think. That's what I kind of think.
Wants to get on the San side or whatever side that I don't know what he's trying to do, but that's what he wants. Chud doesn't have the balls, but in order to do that, you gotta bring Nick down a peg, and he's balancing. And we'll show the balancing act in a second. Let me get. Willie sent me this video. This is really good, and this is why I can't stand him.
How that works.
Has Willie Mack ever received any funding or payment from Destiny, Dan Saltman, or anyone else associated with?
So the guy is accusing him of being compromised, and Chud will dismiss it.
Omni Liberal Studios, that's Destiny's media company.
Not a single dollar.
This is fucking stupid, man. Like, this is the problem. Is like there is a point to be made there, but these these videos go overboard and go to these kind of like conspiracies that there's money changing hands and stuff like that. There's not money changing hands. It's much simpler than that. But what you want about money changing hands? That's ridiculous. But yes, there is. You're onto something, but you're going.
What are you up to? It's the same fucking shit over and over again. He's on both sides of every issue. I don't know how anybody guys can listen to him other than maybe.
What is Tommy going off on? What? Has Willie Mack ever received any funding or payment from Destiny, Dan Saltman, or anyone else associated with Omni Liberal Studios?
Being compromised, and Chud will dismiss it.
Omni Liberal Studios, that's Destiny Mack,
and he's balancing. And we'll show the balancing act in a second. Let me get. Willie sent me this video. This is really good.
Wait, whoa. What? Who sent you the video?
Chud doesn't have the balls, but in order to do that, you gotta bring Nick down a peg, and he's balancing. And we'll show the balancing act in a second. Let me get. Willie sent me this video.
Willie sent you that video. Willie sent you the video. Willie sent you the video. Okay, the plot thickens. Okay. Willie sent you this video.
This is really good. And this is why
no cabal, guys. There's no cabal, guys. There's no cabal. Anyway, I was talking to Nick in private, and I was telling Nick he should not have a call with this Chud guy. Anyway, so Willie sent me this clip of Chud's takes. What? No cabal, guys. There's no cabal. Did you see his comment under the last video? I did. 1 second. Who posted it? Check DMs. Oh no. Tommy's onto something. There's definitely something there. Bit of truth in that, innit? Bit of truth in that. Okay, interesting.
Stand him.
I mean, to be fair, okay, they had forewarning. Jay Stork said Jay Stork said to Nick, fair warning, Queeman is going to kill all of your friends. I think JStalk was more correct. JStalk was more correct than he realized.
How that works.
Has Willie Mac ever received any funding or payment from Destiny, Dan Saltman, or anyone else associated with...
So the guy is accusing him of being compromised, and Chud will dismiss it.
Liberal Studios, that's Destiny's media company.
Not a single dollar.
This is fucking stupid, man. Like, this is the problem. Is like there is a point to be made there, but these like these videos go overboard and go to these kind of like conspiracies that there's money changing hands and stuff like that. There's not money changing hands. It's much simpler than that. But what you want about money changing hands? That's ridiculous. But yes, there is. You're onto something, but you're going.
What are you up to? It's the same fucking shit over and over again. He's on both sides of every issue. I don't know anybody.
Bro, what are you talking about? Both sides of every issue. Somebody's just accused Willie of receiving money from Destiny for his coverage, and Chud says no. Money doesn't need to change hands. It can be a lot simpler than that. There can just be influence kind of going through from like. What is it? Kind of like access journalism, stuff like that. I'm presuming that's going to be Chud's take, surely.
You guys can listen to him, other than maybe he's entertaining or funny, because there's a point to be made there, and we're going to see this a lot, because this goes to the heart of both Queeman and Chud. They don't criticize, they attack your credibility. And that's a credibility attack. Look, if you say there's a point to be made there, you simply, maybe he doesn't want to cause drama, like the excuse he gave for Nick, you simply say that point. But he doesn't do that. That's what I can't stand about him. I made a statement that a lot of people that were demanding that, it was at the time of Dr. Disrespect.
Wait, does Willie think that was Chud attacking Willie's credibility? Huh?
We all should condemn him before all the facts were out. And he definitely deserved being condemned. I said, it's just fascist behavior. Chud asked me to come on, and then I got cornered by Queeman, which,
wait. Dude, what the fuck has been going on the Tommy C fucking live stream, man? You call this fascist behavior?
Doesn't do that. That's what I can't stand about him. I made a statement that a lot of people that were demanding that, it was at the time of Dr. Disrespect, we all should condemn him before all the facts were out. And he definitely deserved being condemned. I said, it's just fascist behavior. Chud asked me to come on, and then I got cornered by Queeman, which, as we well know now, Chud is well aware that the Queeman's bad.
Oh my god, he's still talking about the Queeman debate a year ago. Dr. Disrespect tweeted out and admitted to it, dude. Come on, man. It's not fascist behavior. It's not fascist behavior. He tweeted out. He made comments himself. People reported on those comments. And then he tried to spin a yarn about, like, the liberal media. And you just believed it because you think that all media made by people who vaguely live in, like, big cities in America is absolutely compromised. Oh, God. He's still going over it.
He immediately went to the little definition trick. He asked me the definition of fascism. Kids, don't fall for that one. If you give too good of definition, then you read it off. If you give any other definition, it's bad. You don't know what you're talking about. You fell for the red herring and you're talking about that. This is something that Destiny does all the time. So if you listen back, I refused to do it. And I stuck by my guns. And then Queeman's brilliant response was, then why isn't it fascist? Because it's
you're labeling it as fascism. What do you mean by that word? When you use the word fascism, what do you mean by that? Yeah, just saying buzzwords.
Brilliant stuff. So it's just, you have to agree with me. You have to agree with me no matter what. What?
So I just say, did you misspeak and say Destiny?
Destiny. No. Did I misspeak? Okay, let me explain.
You said Destiny.
I'll explain this again. I'll explain this game. I made a statement that people are demanding, we toss this guy under the bus, this Dr. Disrespect guy, who eventually deserved to be tossed under the bus. We're just acting like a bunch of fascists. And
wait, so people were saying that we should throw Dr. Disrespect under the bus. Dr. Disrespect deserved to be thrown under the bus. But these guys are acting like fascists. You couldn't get ChatGPT to spit out these fucking takes, dude.
Queeman got on with me and said, that's an outrageous thing to say. His response for that was not to go after my argument that they're not fascist. His response was to do the definition trick. And it's just a red herring fallacy. After the whole
it's a red herring fallacy!
A red herring is not a fallacy. A red herring is not a fallacy. It's not a fallacy. Aiden has not... I can tell that Aiden has got fucking DMs with Tommy C. I can tell... I know. I can hear it in Aiden, what he says, that he has got an inline with Tommy C, okay? And I can hear it in what Tommy C says, that Aiden has got an inline to him. It goes both ways. Oh my god. We know who this talking point has come from.
thing was done.
I mean,
Chud
how big their nose is.
Well, Tommy doesn't know anything about fascism. That's abundantly clear. But he is right that it might be fascist demanding people condemn before we all have the evidence. It's the same.
Before we all have the evidence, bro, he admitted it, man. He admitted it, dude. He made a tweet saying that they had sexual inappropriate DMs with a child. I'm fucking crashing out, dude. I'm fucking crashing out, man. Why are we rehashing this again? And no, critical to attacking your point before the disagreement can even happen. Obviously, people need to know what you mean when you describe it as fascist, dude.
Same shit
the definition trick.
All the time. I can't fucking stand it. I can't stand it. Because if you want to call it a sneak diss, talking out by both sides of your mouth, just being dubious, dishonest, I mean, call it what you will. This is why I can't stand him. 100%. That's the perfect example. And I bet you can find a million examples of that. I know you can find it in this video that I'm about to show you. Why won't you talk about, why didn't you call him? You guys are buds, right? Yeah. Why wouldn't I call him? That's why I didn't call him. It's this little thing right there. Now forget the thumbnail and the title because the trap
we still got the thumbnail and title. Okay.
is there. Oh, you can't handle the bands and all that stuff. Here's what I want you to do. Click in this video on your own time. Pretend he's talking about you. And then ask yourself, do you want to talk with that guy? Do you want to hash it out with that guy? Or does he not like you? So I got the Bobax leak. That's shady. I got the Willie Mack thing. That's fucking shady. I got that specific example. Yeah, things are stacking up where I think I'm allowed not to trust him. And
wait, okay.
Yeah.
So what have we got? Okay, what have we got? The shady things. Okay.
Is there? Oh, you can't handle the bands and all that stuff.
Okay.
Here's what I want you to do. Click in this video on your own time. Pretend he's talking about you. And then ask yourself, do you want to talk with that guy? Do you want to
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, you might think that this is banter, but what if this guy was talking about you? I mean, Tommy's right. Yeah, Tommy is right, okay? But the way that two content creators, especially in this space, will talk about each other versus how two people offline in their personal life will talk about each other. What do you mean? He doesn't seem to like him. What Chud did Tommy see? Okay, I can tell you've just got here. Okay, you've just got here.
Out with that guy, or does he not like you? So I got the Bobax leak. That's shady. I got the Willie Mack thing. That's fucking shady.
The Willie Mack thing. The Willie Mack thing. The Willie Mack. That's fucking nothing. Okay.
Got that specific example. Yeah, things are stacking up where I don't.
Wait, what?
With that guy?
Let's have a look at the stacking.
Like so I got the Bobax leak. That's shady.
The Bobax thing. That's shady.
I got the Willie Mack thing. That's fucking shady.
Willie Mack thing. That's hella shady.
I got that specific example. Yeah, things are stacking up where I think I'm allowed not to trust him. And yeah.
What do you mean stacking up? You've got two things, brother.
Yeah, I didn't call him. By the way, I talked to Chud.
The Willie Mack thing that he's referencing is where Chud is saying people are alleging that Willie Mack has had money changing hands. It's much, much simpler than that. Right? So that Willie Mack could be influenced by Destiny, but he doesn't need to get paid to do explicit to be explicitly bent or crooked for on Destiny's behalf, right?
Video games was pretty much throughout the month of December. I think 2 streams or one night we did it alone and there was a stream or something like that. I haven't heard a word. So that kind of goes both ways. What did you call him? Why didn't you call me? I might have thought, well, maybe it was an isolated incident, but I no longer think this is isolated incidents. When the New Year's stream happened, I was like, yeah, there's something fucking there. This guy's incredibly dishonest. You want to know what Chud actually thinks? Are you sick of his bad faith fence sitting? Listen to Queenman. He'll tell you. But he's got nothing to lose, and Chud does. And that's what it really comes down to. He doesn't understand. I don't know if he does it or it's just bad faith. You could criticize Nick. Here's the funny thing. Do you see this particular picture of me?
I don't know how any of this is shown. The comments you have made publicly, the things that you have put out there and published on your channel said in public, very shady. What? Where's the shade? Where is the shade? It's literally out in the light. It's out in public. How is any of this shady?
It's moving. This is clipped from a video where I was criticizing Ethan Klein.
Okay.
I never started drama with Nick. Nobody ran to Nick and said he's attacking you. When he said, I'm talking about you, Nicholas deorio, and then shoehorning something somebody else said, like Stardust. Yeah, I think he did it on purpose. I'm no longer being generous. I think he did it on
Yeah,
purpose.
meanwhile, this dickhead has clearly been talking about this for a long time in public. He's calling other people shady for public comments and public criticisms that they've made, public takes, and then he is in calls with Nicholas Deorio, shit-talking people, and telling each other not to associate with other people. Huh? Make it make sense. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he did it on purpose. I'm no longer being generous. I think he did it on purpose. So why would you talk to him? I don't understand that at all. I wouldn't talk to somebody like that. And, you know, you could always say something outrageous, attack people's credibility, and say, hey, you can't handle the banter. You can't handle the banter. It's just an endless circle of being dishonest. It's endless circle of bad faith. That's all it was. So that's why. This milquetoast thing, fence sitter thing is really just, look, all this stuff is run by money. Even your favorite YouTubers, even the good ones, every decision's made on topics to cover is about money. I'm not above it and nobody else is. It's easy. It's very easy to sit there and act like everybody else is selling out when you're not depending on the money. Chud's depending on the money. So believe me, I've done this long enough to realize, yeah, you're going to avoid this, you're going to avoid that. But if Chud wanted to
I'm guessing that Chud has probably dipped into a criticism that he's made one time when he saw Nicholas Deorio in chat. Maybe amped it up, had a little bit of kayfabe going on. He's not going on and A-logging Nick.
Criticize Nick, or not even criticize Nick, criticize Nick's arguments. But they don't know that. They don't know the difference between, no, I'm not going to, they do know the difference. Who am I fucking kidding here? Attacking your credibility is the bans to them. Attacking your credibility is criticism. What's the matter? You can't take criticism? You're attacking my credibility, not my argument. That's what they do over and over again. Queema does it, his minions do it, they all do it. Chud does it, except he's a mean girl about it and does it sneaks this. When you call him out, he plays stupid or says you're soft, and then lets Queema do the rest. That's probably what it is. How coordinated?
Well, I think that how coordinated is it? Before we get to that, I mean, I think the thing is, there's a criticism there, and then there's fluff. There's a rhetorical package that it's put in to make it funny or to make it kind of bombastic or bodacious, right? So saying that Nick is endlessly sucking Ethan Klein's cock, does that question his charitability, his credibility? Yes. Is it a joke? Yes. It's a joke. But scratch beneath the surface and see what he's actually criticizing. You can say he is, but that I don't think. If you were to ask Chud, okay, in all earnest, do you think that I'm just giving these takes because I'm sucking Ethan Klein's cock and I'm trying to do it just for clout? I don't think Chud would. I don't think Chud would.
I don't fucking know. I don't care. If you want to know what Chud thinks, talk to Queeman.
Wait, what? Is it coordinated? I don't know. But if you want to know what Chud thinks, talk to Queeman.
I don't fucking know. I don't care. If you want to know what Chud thinks, talk to Queeman. Queeman thinks Nick Deorio is a sellout. All those guys think he's a sellout, and he's unfairly praising Ethan Klein. Instead of attacking the praises, you say he's a dick rider. You say he's a sweeper. And don't provide any explanation why that's the case. Just like that Willie clip I showed you. It's just that simple. So can anybody really believe that there's actually no alignment here? I mean, Hassan pulls this shit all the time. Hey, listen, I can't control this guy. I disagree with him, but he does a great job. Well, here,
no
if you thought he was
way. The slow transition. The slow transition. Are you saying that Chud is Hassan, and then Bad Empanada is Queeman? And they're kind of every now and again they come and shake each other's hand.
You wouldn't have put him on your show. You wouldn't have platformed him. Chud's got no problem with Queeman being in bad faith. None whatsoever. None at all. He just will continue to do this whole thing over and over and over again and then play stupid. That's the idea. The idea that he doesn't associate with Queeman is comically stupid.
Yeah, it is comically stupid. And it seems fitting that you're the only person who has made that argument or brought that up. Who is arguing that Chud has no association with Queeman?
It's a comical lie. And I honestly think they probably, they more than likely just sit around and say, well, if they do say this, we'll say that. Because you could predict what they're going to say, no problem whatsoever. My last thing, and then we'll move on. Oh, I want this slide. This one's way, way better. Okay. Last thing I got to say, I'm going to mention Aiden real quick. Aiden made a comment. He said that I come from a community that if we criticize each other, it's over. It's fucking done. I don't know. Anybody watch me long enough, I can take a joke. I can get my balls busted. I can do
No, you cannot. No, you cannot. I made one joke about you sending your cock to 14-year-olds on Discord, and you went on a schizophrenic rant about it. No, you cannot.
All those things. It's just not true. I can be criticized. That's not true. What they do is called credibility attacks. And the credibility attacks, sweeper, dick rider, all those fucking things, and say you can't handle the bats. It's bad faith. It's dishonest. It's what Chud's doing. It's what he's doing on the surface. That's what it is. Oh, there is another thing. I almost forgot. Chud mentioned, and this is an example of just being deliberately dishonest with context. Chud said, "Why don't you call me a pedo? If just come out and say it." I didn't call you one. I didn't say you're a groomer. Here's what I said, and I'm not going to pretend to teach you right now. I'm just going to teach the audience. I'm not going to pretend you didn't understand what I said. I said you got catfished, and that's fucked up. And people look the other way. The context being, even if you're innocent, like Chud was of the whole thing, he was actually set up by some freaking minor. There's no doubt about it. I stuck up for Zappai and other people. I have initially stuck up for Zero until he was irrepentant. I have a history.
What? Bro, somebody get me the fucking clip. Somebody get me the fucking clip. Somebody get me the fucking clip. What the fuck? No, you didn't. You said you were catfished by a 17-year-old boy, and we looked the other way. We thought it was fucked up, but we looked the other way. What is there to look the other way about?
Jealousy never gets you anywhere. If you are getting passed by Nick and other streamers, and they pass your relevance.
Show me the transcript. Boy. Boy. Okay, see, we're talking about how generous the community had been.
Commentary community. They've been very, very, very good for you. Unbelievably generous. Let's not forget that you got catfished by a 17-year-old boy.
Relevance?
And everybody, including myself, looked the other way, thought it was...
Looked the other way? What are you talking about? Everyone looked the other way. If there is nothing wrong going on, what is there to look the other way about?
Fucked up and gave you the best. A year ago, I couldn't believe I was saying this. I was on the phone. This guy's the best fucking guy. I'm so ready. I love his show. I love calling in. Do you ever see me calling in any other shows like that? Never. Never, because I loved it. And then all of a sudden, I get a donation, and they're entertaining me being a sex pest, and they're entertaining the whole slasher thing, which I don't particularly...
Okay, whatever.
...of sticking up for people that make massive mistakes. But on YouTube, and he knows this, 9 times out of 10, that's lights out. 9 times out of 10, lights out. You're finished. It doesn't matter the context, right? The context he wouldn't afford me. So this whole thing, why don't you just call me a pedo then? Well, I didn't. I didn't even suggest it. I said you were a catfish. I said it was fucked up. And all the people that you're trying to snake, Willie, Tom, me, well, and I guess to some extent, Bobax, we're nice to you.
What are you talking about, snaking Boblax? I'm pretty sure the only time Chud has ever spoken to Boblax is like talking and having an interview on stream about drama. How is that snaky? What personal relationship did they ever have that Chud snaked Boblax?
Looked the other way instead of saying, "Well, look, that guy might be innocent. I can't be associated with him."
Let's be real, okay? If anybody snaked Boblax, all right, it's the person who showed Chud a picture of Boblax in a dress that apparently he deleted and then got screenshotted and shared around to people. We still don't know who did that, by the way. And then showed it to Chud, somebody who has no personal association with Boblax, not in his inner circle, outside, somebody else that they happen to know. Some people are saying Connor, some people are saying Aiden, nobody knows. Still, nobody knows who sent it.
A chance. They gave you a chance because of Nick's goodwill. That's what they did. But you're trying to snake him. So back to Aiden. Baden says that we come from a community who criticize each other. It's the friendship's over and what have you. First of all, that's not true. It's the credibility attacks. That's what it is. I mean, Queeman has no fucking problem or no compunction. He does not give a shit if something's true, if it's out of context. It's whatever sticks. Willie said something interesting about him, that he respects Queeman a lot more because he's just trying to make YouTube work. And we've seen it before with these anti-community communities, right? It's just whatever sticks. We saw all the way back in the day, which they remind me the most of. But
has
lamer.
Willie said that he's okay with you saying this publicly, or is everything getting leaked? Is everything
you're
getting
getting too
leaked?
big for your boots.
This is the day Batman got under Tommy's skin.
Okay, thank you, Batman, for the 20 Swedish krona.
The blood sports thing with Medicare and Tonka and all those guys, but they eventually destroy each other. The most recent version was Salvas.
Fucking hell, man.
And they ate each other as well. He ate himself, and then God, that guy ate. They ate each other, and then he ate himself. All these communities, they go away. They get really freaking hot, and then they fizzle out because eventually the line gets boring. Eventually, the bad faith gets boring. Queeman doesn't have any reputation for being good faith. Most of the people who watch Chud, I even noticed in my own comments, cannot stand him. They don't like the fact that I'm so-called conflating them. The problem is, I don't think it's an accident. I don't think I'm crazy here. When he puts him on, lets him say his shit, but I disagree with that. It's the same shit he did with Willie. It's the same shit he does with everybody else. Huh? You know, that's really interesting. But I got to distance myself. Yeah, bullshit. Bullshit.
So what, he associates with Queeman, but then he disagrees with him, and that's... Huh?
I'm calling bullshit. And that's it. That's all.
Buddy.
If you're going to sit there and say, I can't take the bans, fine. If you're going to do what Queeman's little crowd did and said, get this, with the pedo thing, that I knew that Chud was a groomer and I let it go until it was inconvenient for me. Oh, that's funny. And honestly, I think Chud knew that it was going to be taken like that. I never said that. I actually gave him the benefit of the doubt. Catfished, and that's fucked up. So that's who you're dealing with.
Wait, hold on. I mean, everyone saw it this way. This isn't being dishonest. This isn't being bad faith.
I was on the phone. This guy's the best fucking... Unbelievably generous. They've been very, very, very good for you. Unbelievably generous. Let's not forget that you got catfished by a 17-year-old boy. And everybody, including myself, looked the other way, thought it was fucked up, and gave you the best.
We looked the other way, and we thought it was fucked up. Looked the other way. Come on, dude. He's saying that, oh, well, when I said it was fucked up, I meant like, oh, the situation is fucked up. That happened to you, and that's awful. That's so bad for you. I could maybe understand that, and I could maybe buy that. What is there to look the other way about? That's the question. I don't think that's bad faith.
That's your great commentator. That's your guy that's fair. And nobody could be less fair than Chud. He just needs to keep the image up. You want to call in? Now's your chance. So, and then I'm going to go into the other video. See, didn't take 50 minutes. I don't got to pretend. Well, I did pretend not to know, in fairness. I had no idea what happened in that video. None. Tommy's always right. You goddamn right. So, we got anybody in there? And by the way, I don't screen any. I'm the only guy on this earth that doesn't screen and takes calls on a regular basis. Nobody calls. I'll get right into the Nisa thing.
Yeah, because whenever you speak, the caller can't be heard. That's why. Because you've got priority caller and sound attenuation up the fucking wazoo, okay? It's up to 100%.
Yeah, Chud is a dishonest wanker. Why do I want to talk to a dishonest wanker? So he can be more dishonest? Oh, I do have to make a correction, however.
Okay.
Right? I was wrong about something I said.
Okay, bro, you're getting too big for your boots.
Tommy C called a woman a liar that claimed to be Army Ranger until she showed creds. He was too lazy to do any research and swept it, saying my bad.
I don't know anything about that, but thank you for the 5 Canadian.
I said in there. I said something wrong about Queeman, but you'll never see this from them. You'll see this from me.
Okay.
Queeman never apologized to Nick. Nick said I got that fucked up. What happened is I was asking him about Queeman, and he told me about Chud after he called him out, which was a bullshit call out, and said, oh, we can't do this without making drama, so let's have this private conversation. Conversation I told him not to have because it looked like a bunch of bullshit to me.
Okay.
And so excuse me, I lost my train of thought. We're gonna have to edit that part of the video. So I told him not to talk to him. And what the fuck was I talking about? I lost.
Bro,
I am seeing that. Queeman's right.
Correction yeah, you're making a correction of Queeman apologizing.
Oh, the Queen.
How quickly did he lose his train of thought then? Oh my god.
It's from me. Queeman never apologized to Nick.
Okay.
Nick said I got that fucked up. What happened is I was asking him about Queeman, and he told me about Chud after he called him out, which was a bullshit call out, and said, "Oh, we can't do this without making drama, so let's have this private conversation." Conversation I told him not to have because it looked like a bunch of bullshit to me. And so, excuse me, I lost my train of thought. We're gonna have to edit that part of the video. So I told him not to talk to him. And what the fuck was I talking about? I lost my train of thought. I am seeing that. Queeman's right.
Correction yeah, you're making a correction of Queeman apologizing.
Oh, the Queen. Queeman didn't apologize. I misunderstood. I asked him something like he responded about something that Chud wanted to get him to. And it is really interesting that Chud doesn't want to make.
Wait, I asked him something about Queeman, and he responded with something that Chud didn't want to. What are we? What? I don't even understand what he's saying right now. What's the correction?
About something that Chud wanted to get him to. And it is really interesting that Chud doesn't want to make drama, but he started the drama, and when it didn't go his way, then he's like, hey, let's downshift a little.
Started what
I'm sorry.
drama?
All these things adding up, not trustworthy.
What didn't go the way that Chud wanted it to? What are you talking about? He started the drama, and then when it didn't go the way that Chud wanted it to, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about.
Simple. Real simple. I think it was very telling that he didn't act like he didn't know anything, pretended it was from left field, and played stupid like he always does. I don't trust him. That's it. Can we deal with that? No war. Not unless you want one. Just, I don't trust you. Deal with it. I'm not afraid to freaking lose subs. I'm not afraid to punch up. You know why? Because I'm like, Queeman, I got nothing to lose. You do. So you got to be a phony. You know,
I am so wretched. I am so raped. I'm so abused. I'm so lowly. I've got nothing to lose anymore. Unlike Queeman. Queeman has something to lose. Queeman has success. Queeman has people who watch him regularly, who enjoy his content, who donate to him. Queeman has a reputation. I haven't got any of that. What are we doing, man? Just think about what you're saying before you say it. This looks so bad.
It's one thing, like I said before, everything, all the narratives. That's one of the reasons that Queeman goes nuts when you don't have his narrative. If you control the narrative, you control the money. Don't let anybody think for a minute that this isn't money-based.
What?
It is. Everybody, even the good guys. It's a business. And if you want to get in the business, you have to control the narrative to some extent.
I feel like I'm listening to a fucking 9/11 documentary right now. If you control the narrative, you control the money.
Hey, buddy.
Right? Like I said, even the good ones. You can do it the right way and, pick and choose or basically do what Nick's doing. Strike gold while it's hot. Or you can do it like Chud's doing it. Try to discredit credibility and really turn that into some kind of sneak diss. Yeah, I don't like that. What a shot.
Well, you think Chud, made oodles and oodles of money off, like, the one comment he made about Nicholas Deorio? What are you doing?
When all these guys, Nick's not the first guy to pass me. Dave passed me at one point.
Let's be real, bro. Who hasn't fucking passed you, okay?
Other guys, Illuminati, lots of people went up. I never got jealous. I figured it's my own fault. I'm doing something wrong. But I honestly believe that he saw the kind of money that Nick's making, and Nick's making a lot of money. And it's really tough to talk around that. He's got an entire freaking group of chatters calling everybody a dick sucker, everybody a sweeper, and he's afraid of them. So he goes with Nick, and it really makes you ask the question, what does Chud think? I think it's Queeman. Whatever Queeman says. What does Chud think? The best thing to happen right now.
Yeah, Chud's audience is incredibly, critical and incredibly acerbic. I think he himself says that Chud says that his community is very annoying. Sometimes. I think I've heard Chud say that before. But Chud has a way of, like, giving his takes, even when they feel, like, controversial. I don't think that Chud has to worry about getting, like, raped. Is he talking about Stylo with the dick sucker comment? Okay, okay. Wait, Dick Eater is Stylo's favorite phrase.
Now, as a drama YouTuber, would be...
Oh, that's a good point. That is a good point. Charge Logic's head mod, Stylo King. True.
Ethan Klein to do something so incredibly stupid, and Nick apologizes for it, which he wouldn't probably do if I had to guess. Then you would have the argument. Then you would be able to show why he's a sweeper, why he's a dick rider. But they don't want to do that. They just want to throw it at you, throw it at you, throw it at you, and see what happens. That's what they would do. That's why I don't like him. That's why I don't trust him. And I don't have to. Anybody in there? No, not one call. No disagreements? Nothing?
I mean, in chat, there've been a bit.
Well, give me one.
Okay.
Retarded Monkey says, you lost the plot, bro. The fuck are you on?
Why don't you show us examples of these things? You talk a lot of smack without showing examples.
I just showed examples, so I'm not even answering that. I just showed the examples. I showed the Willie example. I'm sorry. I'm gonna.
What is that an example of?
To figure it out. This is not a one-time situation. I showed Bobax, and Queen even agrees with me. You know, I wonder if, you know, I like that the Frankenstein's monster takes him out. Because why would you listen to Chud right now if you can just go to Queen and get it right there and then? It makes no. I didn't show the Willie thing. I did show the Tom thing, and I gave plenty of examples. I just did it. So you can sit there and...
Okay, so we counted them earlier. The examples that he gave are the Boblax thing, which, maybe. I'm not too sure about the particulars of it. Who had the images, when, whatever. And then the Willie thing, which is nothing. Plenty of examples. Okay.
Act like it didn't happen, and that's what makes you a good Chud fan. Pretend it didn't happen. That's bad faith. Sorry.
Huh?
I showed examples. I'm not getting trapped into that shit. So I just did. I only wrote everything down and showed it. None of that makes sense. Okay. Well, I'll let it stand that it doesn't make sense, and I'll let the public do what they want with it. Even though Bomax, I gave the Willie example. I gave the you want one? You want another example why I don't trust him? I'll give you another one. With the Queeman debate, he said, "Hey, you want to come on here and talk to this guy?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." I had no idea who the guy was, right? And then no, not the Queeman, the slasher stuff. When Queeman was hunting down stuff to attack my credibility on the slasher thing. Hey, I got a message. Hey, Queeman found something. You might have to defend yourself here. Something along those lines. I am paraphrasing.
So he gave you forewarning.
Okay, bro, you're getting too big for your boots.
Yeah?
Foss is where the fun begins.
Foss is where the fun begins? Wait, what starts there?
Like, what are you talking about? So I didn't show, because I know I shouldn't show, and then Chud shut it down. He went ahead and shut it down because it was just too stupid. But if you get in the debate, you might screw up. And considering all these debates on there are totally bad faith, they pile on, they do all that other horse shit, that's a pretty stupid thing to do.
Listen,
nobody should go on there to talk. You're just going to get piled on. Look at the Willie debate.
Bro, this guy's to my game piled on. Okay.
Between, I don't know, the entire incel community, the leftist incel community, right? So, and then he apologized to me right afterwards. First sign that I thought something was wrong. By the way, Willie gets a thing.
What do you mean the entire incel community? I wasn't fucking there. I love that so fucking much. Oh my god, okay.
Hey, Willie, I hear you're crashing out. Why don't you come on here and talk? We get this a lot. Come on here and talk. I heard there's something wrong. And he's like, what are you talking about? Well, yeah.
You actually don't need to.
There's another example. He's using in content farming his own friends.
As a Chud, Tommy and Nick fan, I think you're all gay radars.
There might be some truth in that.
Okay.
But I'm not going to run away from that. It's drama. That's what it is. It's a guilty pleasure. You don't need to snake. There's plenty of money out there. You don't need to snake everybody. You can be right up front with it. Again, this video right here, this is taken from a short that I made criticizing Ethan Klein. And he's sitting there saying it's impossible to do without stirring drama. No, you're dishonest. You want to attack Nick's credibility. You don't want to attack his arguments. You know? And you want to say, like, he says something nice about Ethan Klein or supportive of Ethan Klein. Well, he's clearly dick riding. Why? Willie Mack never crashed out. No, he never did crash out, but he was Chud was trying to get him in first. By the way, again, I was sitting in a bowling alley, watching all the kids bowling. That was my job for the day at my kid's birthday party, and he came on real strong. Like, Willie fucked this up, Willie fucked that up. I am paraphrasing again. When Nick tweeted what a good job he did, he changed gears completely. Changed gears completely. They've been trying to get at Willie. They're trying to get at Tom. People are asking me whether, I don't know. I haven't talked to Tom in months. Is that's why Tom stopped streaming? Don't know. But if he did, I don't blame him. Tom has never really been the fighting type anyway.
Tom
probably
said
should
why you stopped doing streaming.
So that's enough for me. If it's not enough for you, Batman, fair enough. But that's enough for me. And I promised I was going to do this for 50 minutes. So take it and run with it. If he wants to ignore it, like he kind of half-assed ignore what I said this time, or he wants to watch this video, we can go back and forth. No,
bro. Okay, I'll be real, okay? There was a lot of pressure from Aiden and other people in Chud's community to watch the video. People were hounding Chud to watch the video. I said it then, I'll say it now. The only reason why Chud didn't watch the video is it is next to impossible to watch what Tommy said and not completely burn him. If anything, Chud was trying very heavily to shut it down and to kind of like be a little bit of a Stormbreaker levy on it. I mean, he knows it makes Tommy look terrible. I mean, yeah, let's go to what he said. You're so wrong, you're so wrong. You think I'm wrong with that? What do you disagree with?
I'm finding out for the first time that apparently people don't want to come on my stream anymore. For the first time I'm hearing this, and apparently that makes me a snake. You can say a lot of things about me, but snake? Untrustworthy?
Yeah, so this entire thing...
Where am I being untrustworthy?
Yeah, he doesn't watch the video, talks about it for a little bit, and he says at the end, he doesn't want to back and forth forever. Back and forth. It's going to be at the end, no?
Okay, bro, you're getting too big for your boots.
I've not covered the car posted video on Josh Moon yet. No, I do want to cover it, but
yeah, I think this is it.
I wanted to just have this kind of like, you know, all these comments about it. But like I say, you know, that's my...
He gave Tommy C as an out for Deorio to blame the leaker and leave Tommy out to dry.
I guess, response to what he was talking about. And if he wants to talk further, you know, I'm not getting into this, like, you know, react to me, then I'll react to you, etc. We can just have a conversation. We can just have a fucking conversation about it, you know? And I can explain all of my points much more clearly, much more calmly than when I'm fucking having Finny Rage on stream. And we can see what we think, you know? I mean, that's how it used to be done.
I mean, there we are. So it seems like Chud does probably want to patch things up with Tommy, maybe have a call offline. He's not completely burning him. No. He's not completely burning him, and he could very well if he wanted to. If you wanted to call him insane, if you wanted to call him schizo, if you wanted to call him conspiratorial, he could have gone a lot harder a lot harder in this. The tact that he took was just highlighting, I'm very, very surprised that Tommy said this. This has come out of nowhere. Chud even mentioned some time ago that Tommy didn't return his DMs. I'm not sure about that.
Debates, you're dishonest. You're bad faith.
Ali is right, Tommy was ghosting him. Really? Okay.
So you're on your own. My advice to you is instead of pretending to make Nick look he has no credibility, just do it. Just do it. Join the crowd. Just do it. You know, and I think Queeman said something to the effect of, oh, what a conspiracy. Something comes down the pike against Nick Oreo, and Chud just says, oh, I think they got you, Nick. I'm sorry. I gotta, I still stick by that. I think that's the plan. But it's gonna be a little harder now. Yeah, I saw Reddit, and my comments for somebody punching up as far as I am aren't as bad as you think. It held at 80. I'll tell you what it was. It held at 80%, and only this morning did it fall down to 70. I will take that for a guy that holds 2,000 a stream. No problem any day. There's a lot of mixed feelings about Chud. And I think I'm talking about something people couldn't quite put their finger on.
What? Reddit?
And my comments for somebody punching up as far as I am aren't as bad as you think.
Reddit?
It held at 80. I'll tell you what it was. It held at 80%, and only this morning did it fall down to 70.
I mean, if he's talking about the r/clipped live subreddit, yeah, they've kind of hated Queeman for a little while, or at the very least been a little bit skeptical about whether, I guess, Queeman is going to snake Nick at some point.
I will take that for a guy that holds 2,000 a stream. No problem any day. There's a lot of mixed feelings about Chud. And I think I'm talking about something people couldn't quite put their finger on, or they always believed and said, yeah, I can't believe those guys hang out with him. Yeah, there you go. That's what I think happened. And then, yeah, the tactone thing. Yeah, I might watch the
tactone thing. The tactone, please. Okay. Jesus Christ. Yeah, watch the tactone thing, Tommy. You clearly know so much about the tactone thing. Why don't you watch the tactone thing?
Tactone thing. That's kind of funny, too. I gotta find out more about that.
We do have somebody.
You clearly do need to learn more about that. Very clearly, yes.
Call.
Let's see. Morrow, you're on here.
No, it's Morale.
Morrow, I can't see that.
Yeah, asshole. Get my.
Okay. Before we go on to Morale's call-in, okay? I've got no idea. No idea what Tommy's referring to here. Thoughts on Tommy C calling out Chud Logic? That might be it. I mean, this is the one thread that I can see. Top comment. Feels like an overreach. I don't know. I missed this being caught up on the iCux drama. Can somebody give me a summary? The take that Chud has about Nick covering all the Ethan stuff is stupid. It's fine if he doesn't want to cover it. Okay, that's about Nick's take about Chud. Or sorry, Chud's take about Nick. From what I've seen, Chud's been caught in the crossfire and seems more annoyed than anything at chat is starting to start stuff between Chud and Nick, Willie Mac, etc. I don't know about the Tommy C thing. Okay. I'm being more charitable to Chud because he's content brain, doesn't really care. I don't think it's snake behavior, it's just being content brained. Sorry, what's all this support that Tommy C's getting on Reddit? It might just be me. I don't see it myself.
My fucking name right.
Yeah, go
Sorry.
What do you want?
What the? Come on, Jesus Christ. Cut me a little slack. I've never been on a live stream before. This is my first time. I'm trying to get comfortable.
This is the wrong show to get comfortable on the first time, but go ahead. I'm in a good mood.
You're in a good mood?
Yeah.
I'm in a good mood. Why are you in a good mood?
I don't know. I had a great day. Well, easy day. Let's get your thing.
Awkward.
Okay, listen. Okay. Do you stand by the green M&M stuff from like 3 years ago?
Yes, absolutely. Why would you ask me that?
Well, I'm just one. I mean, it's a throwback. I mean,
No.
you're talking about this fucking Chud Logic guy who tried to fuck some 17-year-old trans girl with like cone tits. Who the fuck cares about that? I want to know about the green M&M shit.
I have disavowed the green M&M and apologized to Nick for that.
Okay, because I mean,
that's a long time ago.
Not me, not me, Tommy. Some would say there are little similarities with how you acted with Nick, and then how you're acting with Chud.
No, there's no similarity. Here's
me.
Okay. Oh, then I'll answer your question.
Tommy, you got to be careful, okay? This is somebody with a decent microphone. It's not going to go well.
He threatened me.
Nick threatened you. What did he threaten you?
Nick threatened you. He said he was going to do a video on me over the green M&M, not specifically.
Did that come out? Did that ever come out? Like, is that real? Is that real?
M&M. He got in a fight with me.
Wait, or did he just say he was going to tweet out the clip?
I mean, he threatened me. That's a fact. Did I handle it well? Absolutely not. But why'd
you forgive him if he threatened you? That seems pretty reprehensible.
Because I had a he didn't threaten to kill me. He threatened my money is what he did.
That was made up by Tommy.
Well,
what I did. Well, let me answer. Let me answer. Yeah, my bad. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. Listen, let me answer your question.
Wait, Tommy hasn't seen combat. Huh? What did Tommy do? This guy talks about his military experience so much, and he never saw combat. Okay.
No, he threatened me, and I knew he was on the up, and I definitely think with the overlap, if he made me look like a bad guy, he did threaten me. Whether he's going to fall through on that. Another thing is this is 4 years ago. Me, Augie, Matt, and Nick hashed it out.
Okay, buddy.
That's why. That's basically it. Matt, I'm not explaining every little thing to you, all right? I'm talking to the audience too.
Why? I mean, I can put two and two together. I'm sure this Matt guy was pretty involved in the the threats or whatever.
Matt Pitt, I'm guessing.
That's what happened. He threatened me. I probably overreacted. Here's another thing too. I told the public what happened, and I never said another thing about Nick again. I never took a shot at him. I never did anything of the sort. I was never.
Why'd you forgive him though? Why'd you forget? Because
my livelihood. Because
you're Tommy C.
Shut up! You're so annoying. Bye.
True.
All right. No, why I forgave him is because probably a lot of the ones were here when we had Augie and that. And then
I thought that when people said that morale was annoying with the when I heard that morale got kicked off, I thought it was because he was putting like targeted questions towards Tommy. And Tommy, like, freaked out. I didn't realize it was because morale was screaming, but you're Tommy C!
Just slowly got back together. It was up to him. We didn't talk to each other right away. That's it. Nick threatened me. I overreacted. And then slowly but surely, I let it go. That's it.
Cool.
He never attacked my credibility.
1 second, be right back.
He made fun of me with the video. I think it's called, we should watch it one time, the Irish and the Italians don't get along or something like that. But he never threatened my credibility. But I thought he would, and I wasn't going to do it. So the way I saw it is I threw him under the bus before he threw me under the bus. What I should have done is called him and said, look, you put me in a bad spot here. I understand you're pissed off at me. And he was fucking hotter than I've ever seen him before. But slowly but surely, let it go. Let it pass. I apologize to him. I apologize to him too on, remember the old Queenman, Salvo. I did it live on one of his big streams. Done. That's it. So, and nobody else, I'm shocked we don't have calls, but I'll move on.
Yeah, no, I did. There was a question in chat that I've
that's relevant.
So it's by Retarded Monkey. So to double check, so the original problem is you're mad that Chud made negative comments about Nick milking Ethan content.
No.
What's the problem when the two of them say there is no problem between them?
There's no problem. If Nick doesn't want to have a problem with that, I'm not forcing anybody to think what I think. I'll leave that to Cleveland and them. If that's what they say, that's what they say. That's fine. I got a problem with it. And here's the thing. It's not criticism. It's credibility attacking. Deceptive. Dubious. Both sides of your mouth. Duplicitous. That's what it is. Hey, look, it's one thing if you call me fat or old or I fuck something up or that take is way off because of A, B, and C. It's another thing if you're calling somebody a sweeper, that he doesn't believe what he's talking about. That's the personal credibility attack. That's the stuff I take exception to. Now, I expect that from my critics, but I do not accept that from people in my circle. No, absolutely not. So there you go. That's the answer to that.
I mean, you could say that yeah, you're sweeping, you're being, like, overly defensive of somebody. You're not taking into account the other side. You're not taking criticism of the person, like, necessarily seriously. Huh? I don't think... Is that really what we're talking about when we're talking about the credibility attacks? We're talking about credibility attacks, and we're saying that, oh, you're sweeping... You're defending this person too hard.
Bro, you're getting too big for
that
your
is
boots.
substance on your commentary.